Hello, my gorgeous women. Welcome to my channel and to my new video on YouTube on the topic of what kills your femininity. In general, most of the videos on YouTube that you see, they are often about this. Attributes of femininity are grace, care, gait, posture. Because even if you are graceful, well-groomed, walk beautifully, dress beautifully, speak beautifully, you may not feel feminine, and you can push people away with your state. Because the topic of femininity includes a lot of points, which I will talk about today. And by solving these points, working on these points, working primarily on your condition, you automatically change externally. Let's move on to the main points. What kills your femininity and your feminine energy? The most important point is control. This is the control that causes you to be in a hurry and to be unable to be in the moment, here and now. Constant wandering in your thoughts, in your thinking processes, in your fears about the future, about what to do next, about what to do now, how it will be. This is a topic of control. When a woman is afraid to let go of control, relax, exhale, and be in the moment here and now, she is very much tense, fussy. On her face, you can notice such a slight tension of the eyebrows. This is constantly some kind of tension. Every time I go to the cafe, I watch couples and how women behave in relationships. And a very common pattern that I see is that a woman is always ahead. She asks for a check. She takes the power of her man and controls him. She takes control of her power. And this pattern is usually from childhood, from families where the mother was very strong and dad was weak. We very often, involuntarily, unconsciously, could adopt this pattern of behavior from our strong mom, strong mother, such a woman in pants. And now, it is very difficult for us to let go of control. Because it seems that without this control you will be left without money, without some kind of life, and it seems to you that you need to take everything under control, control everything, do not miss anything, because otherwise your life will be disrupted. And it's important for you to look at this stage, where in your life you keep control, in what areas and from above, and why are you afraid to let go of this control? Why are you afraid to relax and transfer your strength to a man or a worker, and so on? Why are you afraid to be in such a situation, in such a state of mindlessness, where you have no rush, no fuss, and you automatically become attractive to other people? Because you live in a small slow-mo world. Because when you have a quiet harbor inside you and no thoughts, everyone wants to come to this state. Because most people are in a hurry and everyone is looking for some quiet place. And you can become this quiet place, first of all for yourself and then for other people. The second state, which kills your femininity, kills your relaxed, calm, harmonious, creative state, is the state of fear of loneliness and addiction, the tendency to addiction. When we are afraid to be alone with ourselves, afraid to face some traumas, some moments, some thoughts, we often look for a replacement of our inner vessel. We look for a replacement of this part in other people, and it causes you a lot of anxiety when you are afraid to be alone with yourself, afraid to face yourself. You have a certain kind of anxiety and obsessive thinking that something is wrong with you, that you are not like that you are scared, and so on. And here it is important to see what you are afraid of. Why are you so afraid to be alone with your thoughts? Why do you need another person to feel comfortable? This is the topic of inner support. It all goes into inner support. And the most common reason why you are afraid to be alone, stay alone, is that you have not formed support for yourself, self-fulfillment, and love for yourself. In your childhood, there could be traumatic events where you were often left alone, you were abandoned, and you did not know how to act differently. We have two states inside. This is the internal adult and the internal child. And just when your parents were criticizing, distracting, or, for example, they were not enough, and of emotional, which gives you inner balance, inner calm and harmony in unity with yourself. If you have a fear of loneliness, if you criticize yourself, do not support yourself, you have a lot of fears, a lot of thoughts, you have such a state of anxiety. It is anxious, it is restless, it is clamped, as if there may be a lot of heaviness inside you, a lot of heaviness that does not allow you to relax and feel harmonious, easy, and calm. The third point that kills your femininity is a low self-esteem and a desire to please everyone and everything. This is the point when you put yourself in the last place, when you try to prove something, when you try to serve other people, do good for them, when you try hard, when you wait for some confirmation from the outside, when you are afraid to express your opinion because you are afraid that it will be unacceptable. This is a low self-esteem, a lack of confidence. Female energy is the energy of calm, and when you are calm, you are confident in yourself. If you are not confident in yourself, you are not calm, you have an anxious state, you have some kind of jitter, you are constantly tense. Because when you are confident, you do not care about the opinion of others. When you have this strong self-esteem, you do not care about external circumstances, about the opinion of others, about what others will think about you. You do not need confirmation of your own significance from the outside. And when you do not need it, you are relaxed, you are calm, and you are harmonious. And this is the state, and there is a state of femininity. Therefore, the third point, the most important, is low self-esteem. What pushes you away from the state of femininity? And what is the reason why you may not feel relaxed, not feel healthy? Because when we are in constant tension, now we will talk about tension. Your body also reacts with diseases. You may have frequent headaches. You may have mild absence of cycle, or irregular cycle, frequent colds, headaches, and in general your body. Therefore, the third point, which is important to work on, if you want to come to a feminine, light, cool, harmonious state, is self-esteem. When you don't accept yourself, you are afraid of rejection from the outside. And when you are afraid of rejection from the outside, you constantly try. You constantly try. You are constantly in a state where you need to be some kind of person to be accepted and valued. And you don't accept some certain part of yourself. You are afraid to be judged, to be criticized. You can't be relaxed in relationships because you are afraid that your partner will not accept you, will reject some part of you. And because of this fear of being judged, being criticized, not accepted, rejected, you are trying, you are in constant tension. And this is exactly what can happen. If you go to a massage therapist will tell you that all your muscles are tense, even if you did not train. Your body is constantly in such a state of tension, as if you are in a dream, and you can't relax. It comes from the lack of self-acceptance. And another point is about the lack of self-acceptance, because when you don't accept your body, you just hide it. You just hide it. You are shy. If you are tall, you constantly want to be less because you are afraid that you will be rejected. Again, this is due to fear of rejection. You constantly make yourself less. You constantly make yourself less significant, less noticeable, because you do not accept a certain part of yourself. And when you do not accept a certain part of yourself, you are afraid that this part will not be accepted by other people. Accordingly, in order to get rid of the fear of being rejected, of fear of condemnation, you need to stop condemning yourself and accept the part that you are now rejecting. Because from this acceptance, you are free of energy of ease, freedom, enjoyment, you become indifferent, you have a harmonious, cool, pleasant state. And this state is the state of femininity. That's all. And then, when you come to this state, your appearance changes with the inner, and you automatically want to take care of yourself more. Feed yourself more with pleasant, tasty, and healthy food. You want to focus on your body, your walking, your posture, and you are not in a nervous state doing something faster, like training to be thinner. You are in a relaxed state, doing what is pleasant for you and your body, and the rush, the fuss, and the tension leave your life. That's the whole secret of femininity. Everything else, all the other information that you can find on the internet about how to come to femininity, it certainly works, but without it, nothing works. Without the inner state of contact, harmony with yourself, no practices, no high heels, no clothes, dresses, shoes, and so on, because the inner state is transmitted through the eyes, through your speech, through how you walk, how you look, how you communicate with other people. The inner state is reflected in the external. This is not magic. This is just a physiological law. Write in the comments how you liked this video, what you liked, and what questions you have. Bye-bye.